In the wild, life is often a struggle for survival. But not today. Today, we find ourselves witnessing something far more mysterious. Deer, doing laps in the rain for reasons no one truly understands. And over here, two young raptors, fearsome predators by design, but right now, they're just confused. Nature doesn't always make sense, but sometimes it just puts on a show, and all you can do is watch. Two raptors move through the canyon, swift, sure, and perfectly in sync. The first makes the kill, the second rushes to assist even if the work is already done. Among raptors, this isn't rivalry, it's routine. They are pack hunters, loyal, cooperative, and bound by the kind of social intelligence that has kept them thriving where others fail. There's no squabbling here, no need to dominate, just two hunters sharing a hard-earned meal under a cold sky. But in the wild, peace is a short-lived guest. She is too late to save, but not too late to protect. The raptors understand. This is no simple prey. This is a grieving mother, and she will not give ground without a fight. They do not strike blindly. They test, observe, wait. Instincts shaped by countless standoffs just like this one. Here in the canyon, two raptors prepare to do what they do best. First up, we got the bold one. Confident, fast, zero fear, absolutely full of it. He approaches with the casual arrogance of someone who has stolen food before and gotten away with it. And just like that, Mom takes the bait. While she is distracted, in comes the sneaky one. Back and forth they go, like prehistoric con artists, each one taking turns poking the bear, or in this case, the very large, very angry plant muncher. After a few loops, it's clear. This isn't a random fluke. It's a plan. A slow, stamina draining, sanity eroding plan. Quick pounce, a flash of claws, and just like that, damage has been done. He is not trying to finish it, not yet. He is just reminding her she can be hurt. It's not a fair fight. It's not even a fast fight. It's cardio for her. And for the Raptors, it's just Tuesday. The quieter one starts creeping back in. This tag team strategy, it's less about brute force and more about persistence and mild psychological warfare. The bold one leads the chase, legs moving faster than his better judgment. He's a little tired now. Okay, very tired. Meanwhile, the sneaky one stays true to form, nipping from behind. then vanishing before Mom can turn her temper around. Eventually, he ducks into a nearby cave, too small for a Thanatosaurus, just right for a timeout. Just when he thinks he is safe, whack! A tail like a prehistoric battering ram slams into the cave wall, clips his side. It hurts. A lot. But mostly in his pride. The mother runs, but slower now. Each step is heavier, her muscles burn, her body trembles. And from the dark, the bold one returns. No longer tired, no longer playing. No more distractions, no more mercy. Cornered, she seeks safety in the stone. But stone offers no protection now. They take turns. Testing. Tearing. Tiring. There is no fury now. Only focus. Cold. Relentless. And precise. Side by side once more, the hunters trap her against the canyon wall. She pushes in deeper, hoping rock will do what her strength no longer can. Each time she tries to rest, they are there, tearing, nipping, denying her even the mercy of stillness. In this fight, exhaustion is a weapon, and they wield it without hesitation. And then the bold one leaps. Combined weight drives her to her knees. They give everything: teeth, claws, fury. But they are still too young. She is still too strong. But it's not over. As the bold one sits down, she charges. She lashes out, wild, fast claw after claw. Panic replaces power, movements losing precision, but not danger. every last shred of energy, they strike, not recklessly, but precise. And finally, she falls. Not from fear, not from fury, but from the one thing no creature can escape: exhaustion. It was not a clean victory, it was not quick, but it was earned. In the cold canyon, two young hunters took on a giant and learned what survival truly costs. Standoff has already begun. 5 raptors, full-grown, experienced, and patient. They face down a young Diabloceratops, 2 tons of muscle, horn, and defiance. One strike from that skull, and the raptor falls. A life ended in an instant. Each attack is small, but the real damage is mental. Prey cannot rest, it cannot predict, it cannot move. With the tree at its back, it's made itself a fortress, one no raptor can leap upon from behind. It forces the predators to play its game. The tree offers the herbivore cover, but it also locks it in place. So their first tactic is to provoke a reaction. But then, contact. One miscalculation, 1 inch too deep, the price is pain. But luck or instinct spares our female raptor. What was once cautious becomes relentless. Every bite coordinated, every strike timed to the second. They're not overwhelming it with force, they're suffocating it with decisions. The herbivore trashes, strikes, bellows, but the attacks do not stop. The raptors are no longer reacting, they are leading. Cornered, leading, and outnumbered, and yet he refuses to fall quietly. Prey meets fury with fury. Desperation fuels it now. It tries to match their rhythm, their speed, their fire. But sheer rage is not enough. No matter how wild it becomes, the raptors remain untouched, gliding around its attacks like shadows across stone. The giant falls, not for a lack of strength, not for a lack of courage, but because time, precision, and exhaustion are predators too. The highlands fall silent once again, the sun burns on, and 5 hunters earned their place among the living. They're bringing down the unkillable. With the danger past, the fight being over, now comes the reward. They do not roar, they do not squabble. They eat in silence, focused, respectful. A shared kill and a shared survival. For these hunters, every meal is temporary, every victory fleeting. But for now, this is enough. A feast, hard-earned, and never taken for granted. And away from the feast, where the world is quieter, 2 hunters seek something more than survival. They've hunted, they've endured, and now, in the stillness of a small cave, they choose to become something new. It is instinct, yes, but it is also trust. A bond sharpened through hardship and sealed here in silence. Soon the pack will grow, not just in number, but in legacy. In a small cave, a new chapter begins. Life begins small, but loud. They are always hungry, and in these first days, feeding is unpleasant. Disgusting, yes, but vital. It's the only way they can digest what their parents kill. But the finest meal? An unhatched egg. Rich, warm, packed with nutrients, the perfect fuel for a body that's changing by the hour. Raptors grow fast, especially under successful parents. These two, they are no strangers to blood or bone. But the cave is only the beginning. Soon these small hunters will step into the world, and when they do, they will not just be a pack, they will be a force. She sees it first. Carnotaurs, twice their size, more power, more reach, but unaware. One signal is all it takes. A warning, a plan. They do not panic. They do not flee. They prepare. They are not prey. Not today. Today, they are setting an ambush. For a moment, it tries to run, but instinct whispers a terrible truth. There's nowhere to go. So, it does the only thing left. It fights. For a time, it seems they have control. Every strike lands. Every move counters, but then she sees an opening, and it closes. In one mistake, she is gone. A partner, a mother, a fighter. And now, the hunt is no longer just survival. It is vengeance. Even giants fall. It took one of their own, but in the end, it couldn't take them all. There's no celebration, only instinct and hunger. It is brutal, it is necessary, and it is deserved. They will grieve later. For now, they feed, because survival does not wait. In the silence that follows a kill, there's always the threat of the next challenge. The air is thick with the scent of blood, and that alone can draw in new dangers. In the distance, a voice calls, and this call is not like the others. It is a Ceratosaurus, one of the island's deadliest predators. But as they approach, the danger is more than they imagined. Not one, but two. and in their presence, the balance dips. The pack faces a predator unlike any before, fast, deadly. For every challenge, there's a response. And this time, the raptors do not face the Ceratosaurus duo by themselves. Super pack is born, and is nothing short of overwhelming. Cornered, outnumbered, their strength while mighty is no match for the sheer numbers and coordination of the raptors. The battle is over before it has begun. The tide turns too quickly. The Ceratosaurus have no room to fight, no room to escape. Driven into the mire, they make their stand. The only ground they can control is the one that slows everyone equally. The blue one, older, hardened, steps forward, not to run, but to protect. Its partner is young, green to combat, not alone. Precision falters. In the mud, the attackers grow bold and pay the price. This isn't a free victory. Wounded, yes. Cornered, yes. But not finished. Even surrounded, even doomed, they make them bleed for every inch. They defend with everything they have. Claws, teeth, roars full of defiance. But survival isn't won with courage alone. Even titans have limits. Time is the enemy they cannot kill. Every second that passes drains strength from the giants and returns it to the swarm. The tide doesn't turn. It slowly rises and drowns what cannot escape. Slowly, inevitably, The great predators are whittled down. The balance is tipped. The odds were never in the Ceratosaurus' favor, and the raptors were relentless and united, moving without a single loss. A battle so unbalanced it never stood a chance. Two packs, now one, have claimed their victory. Predators brought low not by strength, but by numbers, by unity. It is a meal well earned, and it will feed many. Because this was never a family, only a moment, purpose shared and now fulfilled. They hunted as one, they will not live as one. This pack is too large, the hunger too constant. Bonds forged in battle are not always meant to last. They came together for survival, now they part for the same exact reason. Even the fiercest can find themselves out of place. And out of time. Two against one. A game they believe they've already won. They cannot climb, so they wait. Predators do not like patience, but today they endure it. Certain the hunger above will soon come down. One voice thrown into the wilds, not for help, but for family. They pounce on hope, eager to snuff it out before it grows. Pack has returned, and they do not return quietly. The odds have flipped, and those who hunted now run. Confidence dies fastest when the numbers turn. Alone, he was outmatched, but a call answered turned survival into vengeance. Lanes were never lost, only borrowed, and now they are reclaimed. They feast not just on flesh, but on survival. A victory carved from loyalty, patience, and timing. This land knows their scent, their sound, their dominance. The plains belong to the pack, and today they feast as one. This land was never tamed, never owned, only survived. Through hunt and loss, through instinct and unity, the raptors endured. Their story is not one of mercy nor cruelty. It is one of balance, the kind only nature can write. And as the wind shifts, the shadows stretch, their footprints remain, proof that they were here, that they ruled, and that they lived. Hey guys, so first time trying this type of video format. I kind of want to expand on this, get better at it. So any feedback you guys have for me, let me know down below. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe, obviously. And yeah, then I'll make more of these. See ya.